sunlight pouring in through the half-open blinds. The world is quiet for a moment, and I breathe a softer sigh. The steam is rising from my cup like a tiny piece of calm. I stir the milk and watch it fall like a cloud inside my palm. Slow coffee dripping down, the rhythm gentle as the dawn. I feel the day begin again before the rush comes on. Morning latte, warm and golden, touches everything I see. Even shadows lose their edges when your memory sits with me. Pages turning in my notebook, random words I've yet to find. Every thought is lightly floating in this easy morning time. I hear footsteps from the street, soft like watercolor rain. Life is moving all around me, but I'm still here, just the same. Morning love. Just the same. Morning latte, quiet moment, holding me so tenderly. If the world becomes too heavy, this small warmth will set me free. I close my eyes and take a sip, letting everything unwind. All the noise and all the worry slowly slipping from my mind. Sunlight warms the wooden table like it's tracing where I've been, and my heart begins to open to let the morning in. Morning latte, sweet and gentle, all I need to start again. If tomorrow feels uncertain, I'll return to this cafe. Quiet morning fades away as sunlight shifts across the floor. The little breeze outside the window turns the page a bit once more. I'm tracing circles on my cup, letting time just drift along. The world is humming soft and distant like a half-remembered song. People talking in the corner, low and gentle, warm and slow. Their laughter melts into the daylight in a way only afternoons know. Soft afternoon, melting hours falling easy into place. Every worry feels much lighter in this calm and tender space. The coffee's cool but still inviting, like a pause I didn't mind. Moments move without a hurry, leaving quiet peace behind. Plays by the counter, someone lost in their own tune. floats through the sunlight, dancing softly in the room. Soft afternoon, drifting slowly, warm as shadows on the wall. Even silence feels like comfort in a place that catches all. I let my thoughts go where they wander, no direction, no design, just the gentle sway of daylight, holding everything in time. It feels like life becomes forgiving when the city breathes so slow. Every burden grows much softer in this lazy golden glow. Soft afternoon, gentle rhythm filling spaces in my mind. I could stay a little longer in this peace I rarely find. A gentle breeze slips through the window, carrying the city's quiet hum. The rhythm of the passing footsteps blends into the afternoon like drums. I watch the buses turn the corner, people rushing everywhere. Yet somehow in this little cafe, time just lingers in the air. The ice inside my glass is melting, clinking softly to the beat. Every sound becomes a texture, filling up the empty seat. Soft and tender, brushing gently on my skin. Even chaos feels like comfort when the sunlight settles in. Baristas call out names in order, voices warm and full of life. Every cup that hits the counter cuts right through the city's strife. I rest my head against the window, feeling calm beneath the noise. All the things I used to worry fade into a softer voice. Begin to flicker, though the sky is still too blue, and the fading afternoon light paints the street a different hue. People People's shadows stretch beside them, long and gentle on the ground, and my heart begins to settle in this soft, familiar sound. City window breeze, gentle magic moving slowly through my mind. If I ever lose my balance, I will come back here to find the tiny calm that waits inside the city I once left behind. The daylight fades along the rooftops, attaining everything in blue. The quiet hum inside the cafe feels a little softer too. My cup is warm between my fingers, though the air is getting cool. People speak in gentle whispers as the sky begins to change its hue. The lights above me start to flicker, casting shadows on the floor, and every sound inside this moment feels familiar, nothing more. Evening indigo, slowly drifting, fills the room with gentle glow. If the world begins to rush me, this is where I choose to slow. A notebook resting on the gate, fading but waiting for a thought. Every line becomes much deeper in the comfort evening air. Outside the streetlights blink awake. One by one they draw the night. Cars move like floating silhouettes under fading bits of light. I breathe the warmth of toasted coffee, let it settle in my chest. All the pressure from the daytime loses meaning, comes to rest. Evening indigo, tender silence wrapping softly around me. If tomorrow feels uncertain, here's the place I'll always be. The window glass reflects my shadow, blending with the darkening blue. And in this calm between 2 hours, I feel something turning new. There's a peace inside the quiet, hidden deep but always sneak. In this tiny glowing moment, always near becomes more clear. places where the answers flow. The city settles into quiet as the night begins to breathe. A gentle hum beneath the silence wraps itself around the street. Inside the cafe, lights are dimming, warm reflections on the glass. Every sound becomes a whisper as the slower hours pass. My cup is steaming in the corner, soft and curling in the air, like the thoughts I left unfinished, floating gently everywhere. Midnight steam, a fading echo, warm against the cooling night. Every worry melts a little in this subtle amber light. A couple pages on my notebook hold the words I couldn't keep. They drift around the empty tables, loose and quiet, half asleep. I hear the door ring very softly, someone leaving for the cold. The winter breeze slips in behind them, carrying stories never told. Midnight steam, a quiet refuge where my heartbeat feels aligned with the rhythm of the shadows and the spaces left behind. The bartender wipes the counter, slow and careful, lost in thought. Every movement feels like music in a room the world forgot. The windows show the distant headlights, painting stripes across the floor. And I'm caught inside the moment, wanting nothing, nothing more. Midnight steam, soft and gentle, holding everything I've been. If tomorrow feels uncertain, I will find my breath again. I take a sip and close my eyes, let the warmth erase my doubt. And the night outside grows softer as the final lights go out. The hallway lights are slowly fading as the evening slips away. Only soft reflections linger on the tables where I stay. The barista hums a quiet rhythm, wiping glasses one by one. Every moment feels suspended in a night that's just begun. The city noise is faint and distant, like a memory out of reach. Cars pass by in gentle motions flowing like a muted speech. After hours, glow surrounds me, soft and warm, a hidden place. All the clutter from the daytime melts into an open space. Tap my fingers on the counter, matching beats I barely hear. Soft percussion from the speakers feels like breathing in my ear. The clock above the door is ticking, but it doesn't hurry me. Here the world moves at a pace only quiet hearts can see. The cafe fridge hums in the corner, low and constant, soft and deep. I feel myself dissolve a little into this some peaceful sleep. After hours, glow surrounds me, calm enough to breathe again. If tomorrow feels too heavy, I'll return to this refrain. I take a sip and breathe the stillness, letting tension drift away. In the warmth of after hours, I can finally end the day. The streetlight glows against the window, casting shadows on the floor. Every breath inside this cafe feels much softer than before. The city hum has grown so quiet, almost fading into night. Only footsteps in the distance echo underneath the light. I'm tracing circles on my cup, wishing time would slow its run. All the moments I've been holding start to loosen one by one. Streetlight echo, soft and trembling, like a whisper in my ear. All the things I never said feel a little closer here. The rain has dried along the pavement, leaving stains of silver lines. I watch the pattern slowly shimmer as the neon intertwines. My heartbeat follows distant traffic, moving steady, moving slow. Every sound becomes a memory in this gentle amber glow. Streetlight echo, faint and fleeting, fills the empty space inside. Even loneliness feels lighter when the world begins to hide. The chairs are tucked beneath the tables, but the lights are still awake, like the room is quietly waiting for the dawn it will not take. I close my eyes and feel the quiet wrap around me like a sigh. Every worry I've been carrying seems much smaller passing by. Streetlight echo, warm and fragile, holding pieces of the day. If tomorrow feels uncertain, this soft glow will guide my way. The window fogs beneath my breathing, blurring lights into a haze. And for just a fleeting moment, I feel safe inside this place. The moonlight slips across the counter like a ribbon made of glass. Every shadow in this cafe feels like time that will not pass. The air is soft and barely moving, quiet as a held-in breath. Even whispers from the speakers float like echoes of a death. I trace the outlines on my mug lines that shimmer pale and blue. Every thought I left behind me slowly drips back into view. Moonlit counter, soft and silver, holding all the quiet sound. In this fragile midnight stillness, every heartbeat feels profound. The ceiling lights have stopped their humming, fading low into the night. Only moon and distant traffic paint the darkness into light. I hear the fridge hum in the corner, steady like a lullaby, and the gentle clink of dishes fills the empty space nearby. Moonlit counter glowing softly like a memory half awake. Every worry turns to vapor in the quiet that they make. I lean against the wooden surface, warm from countless nights before, thinking of the roads I traveled and the ones I'm heading for. The windows fog beneath the coolness of the winter coming through, leaving marks like tiny footprints leading me right back to you. Moonlit counter, calm and endless, holding shadows in embrace. If I lose myself tomorrow, this is where I find my place. The moon begins to dip a little, bleeding light along the floor, and I breathe a quiet promise I'll return here once more. I'm standing by the cafe doorway, with my hand against the frame. The night night outside is waiting softly, calling out my quiet name. The fading warmth behind my back still clings gently to my clothes, and all the stories left unspoken settle in the air that flows. The chairs are stacked along the tables, lights turn low and colored gold. Every echo from the counter feels like something still untold. Though we pause a fragile moment, hanging silent in between all the noise I walked here holding, and the calm I've slowly seen. I breathe the scent of roasted coffee, mixing with the winter breeze, and every thought I try to bury comes back moving with such ease. Footsteps echo down the alley, soft as velvet on the stone. Even though the night is empty, I don't feel completely alone. Though we pause, a gentle stillness, like a bookmark in my day. If tomorrow feels too heavy, this small silence shows the way. The moon reflects on fogged up windows, faint and trembling like a sigh. I trace its shape in fading outlines, letting one more minute fly. The exit sign glows dim and amber, casting shadows on my hand, and I wonder what awaits me on the road I haven't planned. Doorway pause, a fleeting refuge, holding space before I go. Even endings feel much softer in this quiet evening glow. I push the door and let the cold in, feel it brush across my face, and the memory of this moment stays with me beyond this place. Moment that I leave the cafe, the night wraps gently round my coat. The sidewalk shimmers in the streetlight like a quiet whispered note. My footsteps echo down the pavement, soft and steady in the cold. Every thought I didn't mention feels alive. streets let the silence keep me warm. Every heartbeat feels more grounded as I settle from the storm. Sidewalk slowdown, soft and subtle, like a memory half away. In the quiet of the city, all the heaviness can break. A neon sign begins to flicker, buzzing faintly in the dark. I trace the glow upon the asphalt, watching shadows leave their mark. The breeze carries distant laughter from a bar a block away. Life keeps moving in small pieces, even at the edge of day. Sidewalk slow down, moving with me in a tender midnight sway. If tomorrow feels uncertain, I'll return to here and stay. I take a breath and feel the stillness sink beneath my skin again. And the city, in its quiet, feels like an old familiar friend. The night air cuts across my collar, sharp but somehow feeling clean, like it's washing off the pieces of the places I have been. The clock is leaning toward the morning, yet the city isn't still. Every echo off the buildings feels like something worn to fill. I walk along the quiet sidewalk, breathing in the colder wind. Every thought I held for hours starts untangling again. Clear night air, crisp and honest, sweeping softly through my chest. All the noise inside my head finally settles into rest. The traffic lights blink slow and steady, changing colors just for me, and the hum of distant engines feels like soft machinery. I pull my jacket just a little closer to my beating heart, letting every small reminder fall away and drift apart. Clear night air, cool and grounding, cuts the haze away from sight. Even questions I've avoided feel much softer in its light. The shadows stretch along the pavement, long and skinny in the glow, and I follow them in silence down a street I used to know. The city breathes in tiny pulses, low and steady, soft and wide. Something peaceful in the quiet hums beneath the shifting tide. Clear night air, sharp but gentle, fills the space I left behind. If tomorrow feels uncertain, this calm wind will realign. Its coolness whispers softly through my name. The city lights begin to soften as I wander down the lane. Every echo from the pavement feels much lighter in my brain. The air is warmer than the moment when the wind cut through my coat. Now it drifts like fading music from a half-remembered note. I pass the shuttered flower market, bags of petals in the cold. Even in the quiet darkness, somehow beauty still unfolds. Gentle walk home, slow and peaceful, letting time unwind itself. Every step becomes a cadence, placed back neatly on the shelf. Guiding me with amber light, and my thoughts move soft and simple in the calmness of the night. My breath no longer clouds the shadows, but dissolves into the air. Even worries I've been chasing feel too small to hold or bear. Gentle walk home, easy rhythm, matching with my beating heart. If the world feels too uncertain, here's a place to simply start. I see reflections in the windows, ghosts of moments I once knew, fading in the silver glimmer of the city slipping through. I take my time around the corner, where the street becomes more still. Even in the deepest silence, there's a softness I can feel. Gentle walk home, warm and tender, like a quiet whispered song. In the hush of early hours, everything can feel less wrong. And I breathe the night wide open, letting all the clutter go. In this fragile, gentle moment, I just walk and let it flow. The night grows softer as I wander down a road I know by heart. Every corner holds a memory, every every shadow feels like art. The cold that brushed against my fingers has begun to drift away, leaving room for something warmer in the quiet of the day. I hear a melody inside me, like a hum I used to know, filling spaces left uncovered by the things I couldn't show. Late night kindness, calm and tender, wrapping softly round my mind. In these hours where I'm honest, I can leave the weight behind. The street is empty, yet it glimmers with reflections on the ground. Every puddle shows a moment that I thought I'd never found. My breathing slow, my breathing slows to match the silence of the building standing near. And for once the world around me feels unbroken, feels sincere. Late night kindness, warm and subtle, spreading gently through my chest. All the doubts I carry tightly loosen, giving me a rest. I pass the curve beside the station where I've stood on colder nights, back when everything felt heavy and I hid from all the lights. But tonight the glow feels different, soft and patient, not too bright, like the world is offering comfort in the quiet of the night. Late night kindness, softly blooming in a way that heals the past. If tomorrow feels uncertain, this small piece is meant to last. I breathe it in and feel it linger, trailing lightly in my soul. In the hush of late night warmth, I begin to feel me whole. The quiet street begins to soften as I turn the final bend. Every shadow feels familiar, like a long forgotten friend. The rows of houses blur together under gentle morning hue, and the world that felt so distant now feels quietly renewed. My steps grow lighter as I'm moving closer to the place I know. All the worries from the evening start to lose their heavy glow. Almost home, lights faint and glowing, shining softly through the dark. Every window holds a comfort, every corner leaves a mark. The breeze is warm, a foreigner can hear it. Leaves is a mark, is telling all my restless thoughts to cease. As my feet approach the doorway with the keys inside my hand, I feel something deep inside me finally understand that the world can still be gentle even when I walk alone in the hush of early hours. Every road can lead me home. The moment that I close the doorway, the silence reaches out to me, wrapping softly around my shoulders, like a calm I rarely see. The warmth drifts gently from the heater, slowly blooming through the air, and the chill I carried homewards melts as if it wasn't there. I drop my keys onto the table, hear them settle in the night. Such a small and simple gesture, yet it feels exactly right. Warm room, quiet, soft and glowing, filling spaces in my chest. All the rushing from the evening finally settles into rest. The lamp above me hums so lightly, casting shadows on the wall. Every memory from the night feels much smaller, feels so small. I breathe the scent of home around me, blankets folded on the chair, every piece of this small room holds a warmth I needed there. Warm room, quiet, deep and gentle, like a whisper in my bones. Every corner feels like healing, every silence feels like home. My jacket slips down from my shoulders, landing softly by my feet, and the echoes of the night fade into a steady beat. I sip the tea I left from morning in, still a little sweet and cold, but in this peaceful mellow stillness, every thought becomes untold. Warm room, quiet, calm and tender, letting all the noise unwind. If tomorrow feels uncertain, here's the place I realign. And as the early light approaches, faint and pale behind the blinds, I feel something start to settle somewhere deep within my mind. The world is waiting just outside me, but for now I breathe it slow. In this warm and quiet moment, This is home, and now I know.